Hi everybody. So before we start to set up our code pipeline that contain code build and code deploy, I want to fix some issues and I want to correct something that I have not explained it well in the previous videos, and that is how you can copy your SSH, your public SSH key from your server, right? Your Ansible server to the host that you want to have control over it, right? And in the previous video of this lab, I showed you only the manual way, and I and when I tried to do the command method, it didn't work for me. And why? Because I edit the wrong file, that is ssh config, instead of editing the sshd config under the etc ssh folder. So for now, I will fix this issue and I will show you how you can use the command way, the ssh copy id command, right? So the first thing that you are going to do is I will create a user on my Ansible server in EC2 instance, right? Then I generate a key pairs for that user, then try to copy the public key from the Ansible server to my master node that reside in the private subnet, right? So let me open Figma to explain you more, because when I explain without writing, it's like explain in the space, and it will be very hard for you to understand what I am talking about and what is the idea that I want to send to you, or I want to explain it to you. So here in the Ansible server, right, I will create a user and call it Abdel. And this user, all the commands that we will use, or the commands that we will run on this Ansible server, we will run them as a Abdel user, right? So if we come back here, so everything here as here you have become user, and they will call it Abdel, right? And the same thing here as well, and here as well, right? Then go down here, right, to the appspic.yaml file, and all the commands that we will run on Ansible, we will run them as the Abdel user, right? So let me come back to my Figma and yes, this one, right? So this is our Ansible server, and this is my master. We'll call it master node. In the previous videos, I showed you the manual way, how you can copy your public key throughout copying the file that reside under the .ssh, right? It is called rsa for id underscore rsa.pub. You copy the content of this file, then go to the master node and go under the ssh folder. It is a hide folder, right? And then try to type cut double greater than, and then the file that reside here called authorized keys, right? Then you will have a terminal terminal. Then you paste the public keys that you have copied from the Ansible server, paste it here and click on the control server. If you come back to the videos of this section, you will find the manual way. In this video, I will show you how you can use the command, how you can copy the keys throughout via the command, the ssh.copy-id, right? So first thing that I'm going to do is to create user. So let me become the root, then user add, call it as my name. I don't know how to pronounce it in your language or the language of your country, but you can replace this name with any name you want, right? Then I will change the password of this user. Right? Retype it. Nice. And another thing is I will add this user to the sudoers files. Right? Cannot remember that very well, but so I will go to edit etc sudoers. Sorry. Sudoers file. Go down here, right? Scroll down, and here I will add Abdulhadi user all equal all, then now pass wd colon all, right? Then save it, right? So now you have to switch to Abdulhadi, right? Nice. I want to check if the Docker server is started, right? But if I try to type Docker ps permission denied. Why? Because this user Abdulhadi is not in the group of Docker. So to do that, let me switch back to the root user, then use the command user mode -eg to add this user Abdulhadi to the Docker group, then the name of the user. So if I switch back to Abdulhadi, then I type Docker ps, yes, now I can run that, right? So we'll clear that. So Docker ps nice. So let me check the images. Have node, nginx. So what I have to do, I will remove force them, then the first three characters of the container ID to FE, right? So if I try now say docker ps docker ps -e, the difference between the docker ps and the docker ps-e is that docker ps showing you the containers that are running in the running status or in the running mode, but this E is showing you both the containers that are running and the containers that are stopping. I hope that is clear. And another thing is I will ARM or images ARM node nginx. Option is that I will remove ARM AI. Yes, nice. Then type docker clear, then type docker images, right? So I have docker rme node, not touch image. So I will